Hi, I'm Steve Thompson, president of Emery Thompson Machine, and today we're going to talk about maintenance of your Emery Thompson batch freezer. Yes, I know, I always say that they last 40 years, and that's the truth, but even a 40-year lifespan machine needs maintenance once in a while. So let me just grab a prop and we'll talk about maintenance. This is Savannah Jane Thompson. She's new to the Thompson family. She came from Alabama. We call her Miss Savannah from Alabama. Now, she needs maintenance. She needs 3 meals a day, and after she drinks water, wait 10 minutes and then take her out to pee. Otherwise, you'll be on your hands and knees like I am, mopping up the pee. So Miss Savannah, I think, is going to go for a nap, and Sammy is down here a little off camera. She's gotten camera shy, so we'll really get to the true story here. Here you go, Paula. Have a nice nap. Bye, Sammy. Bye-bye. Okay, we mainly want to talk about the drive shaft and some new improvements that we made on it, but first I want to talk about general maintenance. This is real simple, real fast. Just like your car, you have to change the oil once in a while. You can't go 40 years without changing the oil. So when people call up and say, I thought my Emery Thompson was going to last 40 years. Yes, it will, but you need to do general maintenance. Not very much, on average, just once a year. So these are we call them the scraper blades. And these are what go around the barrel and scrape the ice cream off the walls. They're going to last on average 5 years. If you do a real high volume, maybe 4.5. If you do a moderate volume, maybe 6 years. But 5 years without doing anything. That's what I want out of our machines. That's the way we build them, is longevity. Now, these blades, what makes them work are the springs that push the blades out against the walls. The beauty of this design, which we've had since about, I think we had them on the CB350 about 2009, so it's been around a long time. As the blades wear, which they will, the springs will still push the blades out against the wall. So whether your blades are 1 day old or 4 years and 11 months old, these springs will still push the blades out. But you have to replace the springs, on average about once a year. It's not a very big cost, don't worry about it. But what I do want you to know is when you order these springs from us, they're going to come in a package like this. And you can maybe see right there that old springs look just like new springs. And there's the problem. If you mix new springs with an old spring, then we're going to really be trying to figure out why your back pressure is high and your high pressure is low and all this other stuff. So do not mix them up. When your springs come in this package from Emery Thompson, take the old springs and put them in a drawer. Just put them away. And then open up your package of new springs and put them onto the machine. I won't open it because I don't want to mix them up. But it's as simple as that. They just come off every day and go back on. There's no right way, there's no wrong way. The blades do have a little divot drilled into them, a little drill hole, which tells you that it's the front of the machine. When you put this together every day, the divot or drill hole has to be in the very front of the machine. If your machine is a lot older and you haven't changed your springs, you should. And your blades, you should, eventually. But we do have it that the front end of the blade is cut off at a right angle, like we took a hacksaw and just cut it off. And the back end actually has a curvature, what engineers call a radius, so that when it's in the back of the barrel, it's going to scrape the back wall there. So that's the number one thing that we get phone calls all over the world. We have over 40,000 machines running, and the number one thing is, my machine is freezing up. When did it last run right? It ran fine last night. Do you have a new employee? Oh yeah, we just taught him. He's great. He does a good job. Check to see that he has the divot at the front of the machine. That's really important. Now, what we're here to really talk about is we made a dramatic change in the machine, a minor dramatic change. I'm overemphasizing. We want everything to last as long as it possibly can. So the drive shaft that goes into the back, I'm going to go over to the machine and just show you. The drive shaft goes in all the way into the back, and that's what's turning what we call the dasher. Some people use the more modern term, the beater. The O-rings should be changed once a year. again, depending on your volume. I mean, if you're driving your car to and from work, maybe you change the oil once every 6 months. If you're using your car as an Uber or a police car, then maybe you have to change the oil every 2 months. So it's really based on time, but let's say about a year. When the O-rings wear out, you will notice, because we're pretty clever in engineering, you'll notice a little puddle of maybe brown water on the floor. That is product leaking from the cylinder through the shaft, and we have a tube there to direct it to the floor so that you call up and say, oh, what's that puddle on the floor? And then we tell you, it's in the instruction manual and the videos, that you need to change the O-rings. Real simple. We modified, and what the big change is we made the O-rings a little flatter and a little bigger. And the reason for that is, instead of lasting a year, now we can get longer time out of them because there's more O-ring surface there. So I'm just going to show you how to do that. It's pretty simple. This has 2 O-rings on it, and you take a plain old butter knife, nothing more scientific than that. And if you want to zoom in on the camera, Michaela, we're going to just pry that off with the butter knife, and it's off. That's easy. Now, we throw it out, because otherwise we're going to get confused. Again, we don't want to change O-rings or worry about O-rings, new ones and old ones, like I talked about with the springs. So, how to put these on? Real simple. Just roll that onto the drive shaft. It's kind of wiggly. And I'm going to roll it past the first one, or I'm going to let the first one go in there. You can see that now, because then the second one's going to roll right over it and make this nice and simple. There it is. How long did that take me? That's nothing. And now you're good for a year. Now, when you go to use this, we tell you in the manual and the built-in videos and at our website, emerythompson.com. Ooh, a puppy snuck in. And another one. We tell you that you have to lubricate this daily. So if you're going to make ice cream today and then not again till Saturday, well, you're not going to take it apart and lubricate it on Thursday or Friday. When you're ready to make ice cream, you wipe this down with a paper towel and you lubricate it with one of the good lubricants, like there's Taylor Lube, there's Sterashine, there's Petrogel. The original one is Vaseline, just as long as it comes in a tube. I had a health inspector tell me that I was using Vaseline and I was using it in the jar, and every time I put my finger in, I was contaminating the jar. And me being a wise guy from the Bronx, I said, oh, gee, it's a wonder we ever got past being babies, because Mom was always using that jar of Vaseline on us. We're just going to put a generous amount on here. If you don't lubricate it, you're going to have trouble putting it in the machine. That's simple. So you put it all over the drive shaft, a generous amount. I'd rather put a generous amount than too little. We're not doing just a thin film. We're putting a generous amount on there, because any excess lubricant, when it goes into the shaft, will push forward into the barrel, and I can just wipe it off. And then we're done. Let me just get a paper towel so that I can do exactly that. So this is all ready to go. You saw how simple that was to change them. Once a year. How hard is that? And this just goes right in the back, goes into the hole, just twist it back and forth, and it's done. Now I just take the paper towel. I don't even have to look. I can feel it. I'm just going to wipe off the excess. Now, if you call up and you say, I couldn't put it in or I can't get it out, it's because you forgot to lubricate it. Just that simple. Watch this. Look, just comes right out. Real simple. And again, we didn't do it just for fun. We did it because we think we can get longer life out of these better O-rings, because they're a little looser on the shaft, which means they'll expand out more. So it's really that simple. Blades 5 years, springs probably once a year, and the O-rings once a year, and you're good to make millions of dollars with your Emery Thompson. Next time you're in Brooksville, coming to visit us, go see the Ice Cream Bar in downtown Brooksville. Fantastic. Really, really nice new ice cream business, ice cream bar. You're going to love seeing it. We'll talk to you again. Bye.